up game. Hello, everybody. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, how are you feeling today? Hope you're okay. Good, I'm glad you're resting, though. No work for you. No, you're not allowed to go to work now. I'm glad you managed to get some sleep, though. Well done. Just focus on resting for now. It might be a bit boring, but it's for your own good. I know you're like a busy person and you like to play. Ah, but I have thoughts though. I'm making sure to save them this time. This game is really funny though. I can't blame you. Let's go, Mama. Says hello, Anne-Marie. How is Otto related to the Kumakuras?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Iber's about So Sejima and the Kabasaki district. This game isn't what I expected because this is from the same developers who did Zero Escape. So I thought it was gonna be like a big brain puzzle game, but it's much better. I like this. It's very interesting and funny. The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his land in the Kabasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion at the chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 billion yen. Almost like he knew beforehand that the accident would happen. Yeah, I like it. It's really fun, and I'm really into it. Did So blow it up or conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He did gain something though. He made a lot of money. He made so much money from it. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. But there's more to the story. About So and the Kabasaki district. Rich people stuff. Imagine having land. Imagine.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you.
What's KE mean? Wait, look. KE. What's KE?
The KE followed in So's footsteps.
Kumakura? Yeah, Kumakura Estate or something like that.
They bought up land in Kabasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki?
Casino!
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly. But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost.
Okay, Richmond.
Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
Whatever you say.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
It's like rich people playing the stock market thing. Like where they seem to have the monopoly on stuff all the time. I don't know. It was a thing with the GameStop thing, right?
He's involved in some shady business.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
Yeah, and then that website, the app, Robinhood for stock market, so like poorer people can have access to the stock markets. They kind of like locked it down so people can't buy stocks on it because it's like a monopoly for rich people. Wait, let me read that again. This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploded was no accident. I know. I guessed this.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip. What were we talking about again?
The same thing we've been talking about all night, Mama.
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Listen to me.
Oh, right.
Stop polishing that fish. You've been polishing it all week.
You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Diner, yeah.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge.
It closed down.
Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Say goodbye. Bye, Mama.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Mama. Fried bonito. Refrigerator. Anything interesting? No? Okay, let's go. The kid? Which one? Mizuki, we left her at home. She's busy crying in the house. We left her crying. And I was just like, you fucking sleep off your hangover, Missy. Because her best friends are dead now and her parents are dead, so she's like, leave me alone! Get out of my house! You don't live here anymore! I stepped into the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised as much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin, but the center of my body was burning hot. It's Kahu? Kagami!
No, nothing so far.
Kagami! Kagami! Hello, policeman.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
I guess now's not the time to play with my best friend Kagami. Check out the blood. Is this Ota's blood? Box? There's nothing in it. Oh wait. What about this? I guess we'll go to the main attraction. Bloodstain A. Iris and Ota's blood. What's this?
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
What's the password for fishery?
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju.
Fish, probably.
The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died.
My office.
Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management.
But why were they here?
In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Equipment again! Tell me more! A video camera and laptop used for the Twitch stream.
Right here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right. About that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound or...
Maybe because he was cut in half, buddy.
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota were sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed.
And now we watched it live on twitch.tv at -- Primrose.
The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
I did it. It was me. Anne-Marie guessed it right at the beginning. I'm the killer. I just don't remember. Cutting machine, forklift. What's this? Overhead crane. A hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. They do. It's like, you know, if you're playing the Elder Scrolls like Oblivion or Skyrim, and you have a house, and then like you start to hoard stuff and you put stuff all over the house and there's just like junk everywhere. It's like that, but with eyeballs. That just when he goes back to his house, or he or she, there's just like eyeballs everywhere.
This forklift is old.
Hi, guy!
It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
As he was knocked out when they were killed, so he has to have a partner. But, maybe he was like unconscious. Like, he was like how some people like separate themselves or disassociate kind of thing. Like, I don't know. He might have like blocked it out of his mind or something. It has not been moved in some time. It's a possibility. 'Cause like he was out cold and maybe he wasn't there the whole time. Maybe. I don't know. Like, it's unlikely. I don't really think it. Because Mama found us on the floor right where Ota left us. But it could happen. Oil drum. Forklift B. What are we looking for? Workbench. Yeah, plus the AI keeps saying that we're medicated on something. But we don't seem to be aware of it. Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, then finally cut open by the ice cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
Alright.
Kagami! Tell me things, okay? We're best friends now. Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing, because when we were at the police station, our boss lady, she was like, Ota was a stalker and spun by his idol, and Prinny turned Ota down, so Ota got all angry and murdered and then killed himself. I let them know, then left the warehouse. When I left the warehouse, I saw Pewter. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Are you gonna tell us a state secret?
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
Alright. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
But...
I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
He did say that.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
But why? Wait, let's look out to the water while I think. Okay, I'm done thinking, let's go. About Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's art and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Who is this murderous psychopath?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means.
Like murder.
Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
Murder!
What was it?
You don't need to ask.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
Oh no, Date is so shocked. Date, you're stupid. Why are you so stupid? Date, you're supposed to be a police officer.
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Why did the Cyclops case get classified?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
Summarize!
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
I just cut out Pewter from this conversation. Now I'm just having a conversation in my head while I just stare at him.
One of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
It's all coming together! Menu, what was that? Shoko! Shoko went to visit him! Shoko went to visit the murderer!
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
89!
He's simply called Number 89.
I knew it! 89 tipped off the police!
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
Pewter looks grimly serious. It's time to go to prison. Let's go. Oh, or we're going to Abyss. Let's go. Monday, 4:57 p.m. Police headquarters. I returned to boss's office to report. But I didn't see her anywhere.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
I sat down in my usual seat and decided to wait for boss.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary?
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89.
Let's go, Iba. What you got for me? What's 89's real name?
Unknown.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is unknown. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan.
Who is 89?
As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
What about 89 and the new Cyclops serial killings?
Pewter claims that there were 2 culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves 1 culprit still alive, number 89.
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed these crimes. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
But he had visits from Shoko.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had nothing to do with the incident.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
What's the relationship between 89 and Shoko?
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible.
Let's talk to 89! Well, that's what I said I wanted to do, but we decided to come here instead for some reason and just sit here. I mean... Let's go.
Let's talk to number 89.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's full of it. But he's our last remaining loose end.
Alright. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Oh.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
After cutting through some red tape, 89 was to be brought to HQ. He took considerable time to arrive. Uh-oh. But for some reason, Boss never showed up. So... in a space of 3 to 4 hours. Police headquarters, 8:56 p.m. Everyone's dead! Wait, where's Boss? Is Boss dead? Oh, I'm scared for her now, she's so cute. I don't want her to be dead.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day.
Also, my brain just did a dum thing. That means I think something, this is like a hint. Like I might have memories of him. I know this person, I feel like.
But I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
What's your name?
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember.
Where are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
You're the original Cyclops killer, aren't you?
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
I just look at you. Do you know Shoko?
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to...
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
When did you first meet Shoko?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
That's not very funny, mister. Who killed Shoko Nadami?
Alright, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ and said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
Alright. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that alright with you?
Yeah, I'm okay with the story.
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense, and he was declared innocent. If the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal for the police. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen, so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened.
Hi, Abby. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're just playing this new game. It's called AI Somnium Files. It's super good so far. We traumatized a 12-year-old girl for life. She is so fucked up right now. So I hope you like this game. It is cool. I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I tried it out because I saw it was by the same people who did the Zero Escape games. So I thought it would be like a puzzle game, but it's so much cooler. I like this. It's fun.
That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back.
Hehe. Yeah, I never even watched it before. Like, I was just like trying to figure out what game to play next, and then I came across this, and I was like, Then I saw who it was by, then I was like, okay, I'll play it. Haha.
F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman, no agent, no employer.
This guy is so far up his own bum, he's just like, I'm a lone assassin, a gunman, a loner, a rebel, Dottie. There's no one by my side.
He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner.
I follow no rules.
But it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
Also, he's referring to himself as F, but he says he doesn't know what his name was.
I've done some research.
I feel like he does know what his name is. Like, why would he pick the letter F? Where's F coming from?
I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth. But somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, or natural causes. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life.
Like, I get the feeling like 89 is like main character syndrome. Like, he thinks he's in an anime. He's the main character in an anime. Fuck no.
He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakaras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco.
Falco! That's what F means then.
Named for the falcon, a bird of prey. Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night, at the will of the organization. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, but not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake.
You know what this makes me think of? Like, I remember a long time ago I watched it was like a movie, I think it was a Welsh movie, drama movie. It wasn't like, I don't know, it was like one of those made-for-TV stuff. And it was about this girl, and she was like super racist, and she bullied and harassed this lady because she wasn't white. And then at the end, she's just like crying and just like feeling so sorry for herself. And just like, it just felt like they wanted you to feel bad for her, even though she just like fucked up this person's life and was just like a horrible person and is a complete racist. But it felt like they just wanted you to feel sorry for her and her troubles and her life and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment, in
Hello?
his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him.
It's Iris's mother.
He watched her take out her phone and dial for help. At the same time, he heard footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking. That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him.
Wait. 89 is Iris's father. This is the father. And she just pretends that she's a single mother, but he's the dad.
Listening to her talk, he would forget
it can't be.
everything
No.
about his line of work.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm wrong. Because this is 6 years ago, right? No, never mind. I'm stupid.
She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us, but there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them.
Uh-oh. It's the woman he loves.
Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the two of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
silence. For some reason, he wouldn't open his mouth again. Talk to me, buddy. Why did you stop?
Why did you stop?
You mentioned a detective?
You mentioned a detective.
Was that the whole story?
Was that the whole story?
What's the connection between that and Shoko?
What's the connection between that and Shoko?
Answer me!
Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later.
Tell me!
If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold his promise, even upon release.
Pewter.
Yes?
Start the preparations.
We're doing it! Start the preparations! We're going in!
What do you think? The sink.
Time to play Hacker Man. In his head.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah.
The time limit is 6 minutes.
6 minutes, let's go!
Then let's begin.
What was Iris's mother's name again? I think... Wait, I'm gonna go find... Just hang on. I like how his head, this murderous serial killer's head is more normal than the 18-year-old Iris's head.
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah?
Shut up, Iba.
Why are you
No.
suddenly a cat?
No.
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
What the fuck?
Stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
Oh yeah. Okay, wait. Let me look at her name. So we got 89. Mayumi? No, not Ota. Was it Mayumi? No, it wasn't. It was... No. Hitomi. Iris alone. Her parents died when she was 17. Due to an injury in the past, she can't move her right arm. Okay, let's go.
It definitely is.
Number 89. What were you up to?
Hitomi was his girlfriend, that's why. Uh-oh.
What? The green?
We got locked.
I do not think I can pass through it.
Really wants to hide it, huh? Okay, new plan.
Somnium scan.
Activate! Moon crystal! Okay, Abby. Thank you. Thank you for the raid, and I hope you have a good day at work. See you later. Bye! We have 3 mental locks. 4. Uh-oh. Was that good or bad?
This appears to correspond to the green thing.
89 is covered in a green membrane. I can't get close. Thinking in the curtain. 89 is hiding in the past. Okay. 6 minutes. Let's go. What do we need? Interference from question mark. Switch. Winter iris. Picture. Wait. Oh, I can't. What about this? Winter iris.
A winter iris that blooms in the cold.
I know.
Pick it!
You can do it. I believe in you.
Stop it! You're distracting me! I got one! Aw, right after I pulled it out, too.
Did the green stuff react at all?
No. Telephone!
A phone. Should I pick it up?
Why am I hanging up? Why? Ignore. Leave a voicemail. I can't, it won't let me.
It won't stop ringing.
Voicemail, please.
It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
It worked though. It worked. Ignore the... It might be something that actually happened though, like maybe he called her and she didn't answer the phone or something.
I guess it worked?
Okay, where to next?
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
5 minutes! What's that liquid? Liquid!
There is some kind of liquid pooled on the floor.
Oh my gosh. Hang on, I need to restart the stream real quick. Well, I'll be right back.